Hey guys, it's Dr. Nicole here. Happy Monday. I've had a lot of interest in you guys talking about how beneficial it would be to learn cues for your clients during squats and lifts. So today I'm going to go through a few cues doing squats and lifts to see if that kind of helps you guys understand how and when to help people and cue them for squats and lifts. The most important thing for you to remember from this is that the pelvic floor activates prior to the movement. And I'll have to look up the name of the study, but there's a recent study that was published. They put like a GPS device inside the pelvic floor, and they tracked when and where it moved with gait and with running. So I'm going to extrapolate this to different movements, but the premise is the same, is that the pelvic floor engaged and the device lifted prior to heel strike. It was like less than a second. So in order for your pelvic floor muscles to correctly support everything and to help propel that power and that force up to help during these movements and counteract that intra-abdominal pressure, you want to cue your patients to engage prior to the movement, just right before. And you can think of something, a word you want to use to work with your clients if you're teaching big classes or just with one client. Maybe you'll just word a simple word as go or now. That's different than telling them when to actually lift, or tell them go through the movement and I'll cue you when to engage the pelvic floor. So what I'm going to use today is now, when I'm going to perform the squat and the lift, and I'm going to try to describe it and then show you, and I'll try to be breathing but doing it correctly, so it's going to be kind of funny. But I'll say now when I would cue the people to engage their pelvic floor. And some big things that would be indicators that you should help your clients engage the pelvic floor with these movements is if you've asked them those 7 questions and they have things like leakage or urgency or prolapse. The other reason you would help or encourage them to engage these muscles is just if they're not getting the PRs and the power that they want, or they keep getting recurrent injuries that you can't really identify the source of. If it's a hip or a back injury and you keep going to, your old tools and it just seems to keep happening, this might be a good time to start engaging the pelvic floor. Okay, so you want to encourage them and cue them to engage the pelvic floor prior to the movement and prior to the biggest change in intra-abdominal pressure. So which is going to be right at the beginning of the movement is when you're going to have that biggest delta in intra-abdominal pressure. All right, so I'm going to step back here. All right, I have very little weight here because I just wanted to demonstrate. Apparently I don't know how to make things even. No surprise there, you guys. All right. So, I'm going to back this up a little bit. Hopefully I don't hit my little thing here. But grabbing the bar, I know we all have different techniques for how we grab the bar. But you're hip hinging and being cautious of how much you're bending at the spine, I'm sure. All right, keeping it close. So before you lift, just about a half a second is when you would want to say, when you would cue to engage. So I'll say now and then relax. And I'll show you throughout the entire movement, okay? And exhalation with effort. Now, relax. Now, relax. Okay, so during a single movement, just that one cue. If they're going to keep going, encourage them to re-engage during the most difficult times. Like if they're going to do 10 in a row, you would have them do it just prior to that lift. So I'll do 5 in a row and show you how that would look. And correct me on my form. I have lots of awesome CrossFit peeps in this group, so feel free to put your word in about form and other things like that that I might be missing, because I'm not the CrossFit expert like you guys are. All right, now relax. 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 Now notice how it's right before that movement. Relax. Last time. Now relax. Now relax. And if they have trouble maintaining that pelvic floor engagement throughout the movement, then tell them at the beginning is the most important time, because what they might feel is that they have it and then they lose it. And that's okay. You would want to, especially if you're recovering from injury, you would want to have them wait to increase weight until they get a better sense of control with that. So control over increasing your weight. All right, now I'm gonna move forward a little bit. Lucy, my shop dog. You can see her in the background. Okay. So, gonna bring the bar up. Actually, I wonder. All right. I have very low weight again. So with a squat, I think most people, and you tell me if you guys do something different, you cue the knees and the hips to have some abduction and external rotation. And again, you want to cue prior to and then down at the bottom, because that's when you're going to have the biggest increase in intra-abdominal pressure, as well as the ischial tuberosities are spreading apart. So you're going to put a lot of length and stress on the pelvic floor. So you would have them go now, and then re-engage, 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 re-engage. I can't talk today. But I would even go now, 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 now to kind of encourage them to cue right at the bottom before they get to the bottom, while they're at the bottom, and as they come back up. So now, 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 now. Relax. And now. Now, 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 now. Relax. Okay? And what you want to do, if they feel a lot of pressure or it's really difficult, encourage them to not go as deep at first. I know that that's against a lot of CrossFitters. They encourage a real deep squat, but we're working with biomechanics here and a system that isn't doing what it's supposed to do. So you build from there, and they will get to that point, but you have to work toward it. I always tell people getting the pelvic floor to work correctly is like teaching someone training to run a marathon. They wouldn't just go out and run 26.2 miles. They would do a walk jog, and then a 5K, and then a 10K. So you build up to it. So that's the same thing with progression within squats and lifts. Is how deep they're going and how much weight they're using. So just to recap, this can help improve recurring pain, performance, PRs, power, to help your clients engage the pelvic floor right before movement when the biggest change in intra-abdominal pressure occurs, and at the deepest part of a squat. And you want to encourage them to continuously engage those muscles at those most difficult times, and try to continuously keep engaging. And encourage them to wait to increase their reps or their weight when they feel like they have a little bit of control in there, and that can help support the other structures. All right, let me know if this is helpful for you guys. I think this is a topic that a lot of people said would be helpful, but I want to know if this is what you were looking for, and if it's going to be helpful, if it would be beneficial for me to write it up or put it on a YouTube video or something like that. So just comment below and let me know if this is good, what else you might need to help cue your clients with squats and lifts. All right? So have a great Monday, and I'll talk to you soon.